Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So on the floor for Texas, they've got Turner. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 slot. And here's Edwards. Turner with a screen on Lee. There's the pass to Ford. And Doherty kicks to Edwards. There's the screen. Ellis goes in. The leaner falls for him. That was a difficult shot. Ellis has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Texas.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Now Edwards, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Ford, from down in the low post, it goes. Ford's got his first basket of the night. Texas on D. Lee with the ball. Freak dishes to Lee. It's Freak, top of the key. They set the pick. Texas grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now here's Freak. To the middle. Here's Gaines. And Turner with the block. Here's Doherty. The shot misses. Good D by Lee.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Here's Lee. Ball in at shooting guard, and it's Lee in at the point guard. Now here's Freak, guarded closer. He dishes it to Terry, out left to the wing. Here's Long, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
On the court for the Longhorns, they've got Doherty. Hudson is out there with Turner, and it's Thornton in at the 2. And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Lee passes to Gaines. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Kicks to Freak. Puts it up from 15. And that's off the glass and in. Long's got his second basket.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at. on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing. And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Passes it to Ford. Shoots. Off the left rim and out.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
Here is Edwards following the basket by Freak. Teardrop shot. Edwards passes to Ford. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Turner. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Thornton against Lee. Pass to Freak. And he banks in the layup. Long's got 10.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Here's Edwards, rejected by Long. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Jayhawks out front, up by 4. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Move the ball. Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Long, he's in at shooting guard, and it's Gaines in at the 5, down low. And for Texas, Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then it's Turner. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at power forward. And for Kansas, Long in at 2 guard. And it's Gaines in at the 5 spot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Jayhawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting for the Jayhawks.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
With the Texas Longhorn program, they have had a lot of NBA talent through the years. Greg Durant being the biggest name, but there are plenty.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind in terms of his impact. Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine, Avery Bradley. Been a lot of great Longhorns to play in our league.
Ford, a screen on Lee. Edwards passes to Ford. Here's Doherty. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense here from Long.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And so here's Kansas. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. There's a good screen.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Here's the 3. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. On the court for the Longhorns. Davis is out there with Turner. Then it's Richmond. Then there's Edwards. And it's Doherty in at the small forward. And a wide open look for Freak. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And Kansas leads by 10. And here's Texas. Now Edwards. He kicks it to Turner. Edwards passes to Turner to stop the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Jayhawks.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jayhawks. Terry's checked in, and Oubre subbed in for Daniels. Texas also making some changes. Ford's checked in, and Atell in for Richmond. Here's Long, and Turner with the block, and they'll keep possession. Here is Edwards, right wing. They set the pick. Here's Ford. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Lee kicks to Freak. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught.
And the Jayhawks also making a change. Freaks checked in. There's 25 seconds left in the second half. Blair against Lee.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And that's an intentional foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but, Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.